Hey, this is Taylor here at Truck World RVA. Today we're going to take some time and look at this 2013 Freightliner M2. It's powered by a Cummins ISC 8.3 liter, rated at 300 horsepower, mated to an Allison Automatic, air ride rear, 33,000 GVWR, has a 14-foot Summit service body with a Summit 12 629 crane, 12,000 pound maximum lifting capacity, 29-foot two-stage hydraulic extension that's run off a factory wireless remote. The exterior of the bed has been sandblasted and repainted. The exterior of the bed shows like new bedliner applied to the workbench rear bumper, to the outriggers, as well as the inside of the bed. Shows very well all the way around. Obviously you have hydraulic outriggers, a hydraulic air compressor, rear work lights. Again, the crane is run off a wireless factory remote. A couple sets of drawers all the way around in this body as well. All the equipment on it works as it should. The goal of these videos is to show you everything about the truck as if you were here looking at it in person. So in the first half of the video, I'm going to go around the exterior. I'll point out any cosmetic flaws or imperfections I find. We'll look inside all of the bins. We'll go underneath the truck as well. We'll look inside the cab. In the second half of the video, I'll do a cold start. We'll do a demonstration on the equipment, run the truck just up the cul-de-sac here, take a look at the engine, and then, like I said, run out the crane, run the compressor, show how all of the equipment works. Pretty dry on the undercarriage, not a whole lot of rust to speak of. The bed floor is dry, the frame rails are nice and dry and free of rust. All of the bin floors are solid as well and free of rust. We'll look up on the other side and underneath the tail of the truck as well when I get there. So again, my goal is to show you everything about the truck as if you were here looking at it in person. I'll try to be as thorough and transparent as possible when going around the truck and kind of pointing out the condition of it. Now mechanically, like I said, everything on the truck works as it should. We've been through it. If you would like a full list of what we did prior to offering this truck for sale, there'll be a write-up on the website or anywhere you see this truck listed. A little bit of headliner sag there in the passenger side, as well as some here on the driver's side. I can additionally send over parts and labor receipts for all of the work just performed on the truck as well. Your body control panel down there for the PTO and the bed lighting. It does have power windows as well. Brand new steer tires just installed on the front. These are Falcons, they match on both sides. Now the front of the truck's pretty clean, no damage to the chrome front bumper, not really any rock chips to speak of either. On either fender side or on the hood, no scratches or chips that I can see. Pretty clean all the way around. Again, this is a 2013 model truck. Got a little bit of paint damage here, some paint peel, those two spots right there. Coming around to the passenger door, probably where an old DOT number or logo was. You have a couple areas of chipping here where that was removed. Basically just on that lower section of the door. Body manuals are right there underneath the passenger seat. Now again, just the exterior of this bed was painted, so new bed liner was applied to the bin fronts. Can look inside in between the bed and the cab here as well. Now those old hydraulic lines, I don't know what they used to go to. They're not hooked up, they're not part of the crane, the compressor, or the outriggers. So I'm not sure what they used to go to, but it was equipment that was removed before we received the truck. Here's a shot of the undercarriage over here on the passenger side. Now all the doors close, latch, and lock as they should. They all seal. We do have the keys for the service body as well, and all the compartments are keyed the same. This passenger one compartment here is for your torch bottles. Nice large compartment here. You have your hangers up top. Passenger 2 compartment, you have your hydraulic welder here located in the bottom of this compartment. Comes with the leads, and then one more shelf up top. You have this interior rail system as well, so you can relocate where these shelves sit, moving them up and down on those rails fairly easily. Passenger 3 compartment here, you have just this one open side here on the right hand side. Again, you do have the tracks to put shelving in if you'd like. Looks like we have an old bumper door that we just need to throw away. We replaced some of the bumper doors on it. And then on this left hand side here, you have a couple more shelves, 2 in total, in this compartment. Over the passenger wheel well, we have a full set of bolt drawers here. Pretty nice set of metal bolt drawers. Bunch of extra dividers laying up top there for the drawers, and then one more shelf up top as well. And then in the crane compartment, or I'm sorry, this is just the passenger rear compartment. The crane's on the driver's side. One oddity on this truck, you have your waste reel right here, and then your transfer pump here as well, your diaphragm pump. Pretty large workbench rear bumper, nice and clean, no holes in the bumper. Again, nice and dry underneath. You have your vise mount right here, tow hitch receiver here on the back of the bumper, and then tons of lay down space inside this bed. You have factory tie downs down both bed sides. You have a large waste oil tank here mounted in the front of the bed. Here's a shot of the compressor model. And then the crane, again, a 12-629 Summit, 12,000 pound capacity, 29 foot, 2-stage extension. Now on the driver's side here, this little door is missing its, the little latch there. That's where your air reel is routed out of. Inside this compartment, you'll have your body control panel up here to control the lighting, the outriggers. You can manually override crane operation on that. You have your factory wireless remote. That remote is brand new. We just purchased that. Some extra literature that goes along with the remote. Emergency tether cable in case you lose battery, you can plug into that. And then your air hose reel down here in the bottom. Here's a shot of the load chart too while I'm here. Brand new drive tires as well. They're Falcons. They match the steers. One shelf over the driver wheel well. One full set of dual lock by maintainer drawers. This driver third compartment with a shelf over top. Pretty decent set of drawers. These maintainer drawers, I actually like the way they operate. They seem to hold up pretty decently as well. And they fit that compartment. And in the driver 2 compartment, you have a set of granite drawers. These are Summit's drawer systems, very similar to American Eagle. You're familiar with those. Just the center twist lock here. So the drawers are not matching, but they're both decent sets of drawers. Lots of storage overall in this body. In the driver 1 compartment, you have 2 more sets of shelves inside of here. So once again, 2013 Freightliner M2 ISC 300 horsepower truck. I'm gonna hop in and take it down the road, and then we'll take a look at all the equipment. 239, 113 on the miles. Sorry, 249, 394 on the miles, 14,922 total engine hours. Once again, this truck has been fully serviced. Anything it needed, we addressed, and I can send you a full list of all the repairs just completed, both parts and labor receipts. Air ride rear. Factory exhaust brake kicking in. That exhaust brake works excellent. Now these longer service bodies on the 33K trucks definitely even out the ride a little bit. Pretty smooth ride all the way around. But again, it's that longer wheelbase that helps quite a bit with that. Tons of power, really drives great. I mean, shifts through the gears really nicely. Again, that exhaust brake works awesome. Really nice riding truck. This is your main control panel for the body. Go over here to outriggers, driver's side deploy. You just hold this. This outrigger will automatically deploy. And then passenger side deploy. That one will also extend and deploy. Again, the cranes run off a factory wireless remote. The remote is brand new, fully proportional, so the speed is controlled off of the joystick itself. There's no trigger on this. The joystick controls all of the speed on the crane. Do multiple functions. You can go up and around if you hit that joystick up in that top corner. So once you get used to that joystick style, if you're not used to it, there's a lot of different ways to kind of control it. Super smooth operation overall throughout all the functions on the crane. I'm going to unhook this pulley block here, and then we'll run it out to its full extension. Any two block works as it should. Locks me out when I hit the bracket. Again, it's a 29-foot total reach on this crane. Inner boom is clean down both sides. Decent amount of thickness left in the wear pads. The compressor as well is run off the remote, so you just hit up on the compressor. It's going to idle the truck up. Then to turn the compressor off, you just hit this button. Once again, the truck will idle down and the compressor will turn off. The remote's also equipped to turn the truck off. Just pull down here on the stop. It'll turn the truck back on as well. Then just put the e-stop here, turn the remote off. Thanks again for taking the time to watch this video. If you do have any questions or if you need any additional photos, videos, or information, feel free to call or text 804-716-8487 anytime. Again, this is Taylor at Truck World RVA. This is all I buy and sell. If you're looking for something similar or slightly different, feel free to reach out. But I appreciate you taking the time to watch this video. And like I said, if you have any questions, give me a shout.